This is Larry Jordan, the host of the Digital Production Buzz. The following interview is an excerpt from a recent program. To hear the entire program, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com. Rollo Wenlock is an entrepreneur and filmmaker interested in helping us make better films. He's also the founder and CEO of Wipster, which is a digital media review and approval platform designed for content creators, media teams, and anyone creating short-form video projects. Hello, Rollo. Welcome.
Hi, and thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I am doing great because I really want to learn more about Wipster. So before we get into all the latest news and gossip, describe what Wipster is.
Sure. So Wipster is the singular place in the cloud where when you're producing video with clients or within your team, you have a singular visual spot to keep everything up to date. You can see what version you're up to in your edit. You can see who's involved with the review. You can remind people to join in on the conversation. And really what we're doing is putting all of the crafting and the creativity of video makers and clients and everyone into one place so that they can all have a visual review experience.
Well, why did you decide to create Wipster in the first place?
Well, I come from a background of 17 years as a professional video producer and filmmaker. And what it was like was everything was separate. Everything was hidden. You'd be emailing someone, you'd be phone calling someone. And really, if you're a visual person and you're working in the visual arts, you need to have something very visual and something very simple. So I was looking around, looking to see if there was other products that I could use. And there were a few around, but they were kind of heavy going. They were not so visual. They were list-based. You had to click a whole lot of buttons. And I thought, why don't we simplify that right down and go to the singular idea of saying, if there's a video being produced, make the conversation happen on top of that video while it's being produced and invite everyone in. And that has proven to be very successful.
Well, last week we spoke with some folks from Arc9, and we also spoke with folks from Movidium, both of whom make cloud-based collaboration sites.
Yeah.
How would you distinguish Wipster from the other competition that's out there? In other words, why would somebody consider using Wipster for their projects?
Absolutely. So the overarching difference that we have from almost every other collaboration product out there is that we've built the product for the use case of the customer of the video maker. And what I mean by that is that a video producer and editor is often quite a technical person. They can understand frame rates and codes and all those things. But they're often working with people who sometimes it's the first time they've ever worked with a video. It might be somebody in marketing. It might be the CEO of a big company who's coming in to review a video. And we've absolutely focused on making their experience so simple, it's like using Facebook or Twitter. They can come in, they can click a link in an email that they receive. The video opens, it already knows who they are. So as soon as they start clicking on top of that video, making comments, it's got their name attached to it. They get these very simple email updates with all of the comments they've made and the replies from other people and people ticking off to-dos. And so we've really made this incredibly simple experience for video producers and their teams to invite non-technical customers and clients who can just be involved at the click of a button.
I was just reflecting, Movidium focuses on the Rolodex and getting people together for the crew, and Arc9 focuses on project management. You've really taken the idea that now we're pretty much done with the editing, and we've created the finished project, and what you do is everything revolves around the video that's been created. So you're like at the back end of the process where people are reviewing. Is that a true statement?
That is close. What I'd say is that all the way, we see so many customers going all the way from the very first, what you'd call an animatic, so the first cut together of drawings or stills to give an idea of what the story is that they're going to produce. And we're seeing them use Wipster all the way from that point, which is in production. This is almost pre-production. And they have the project there, and people are starting to converse. And you'll see people getting up to edit number 17. And some people get scared by the idea of going, edit 17, this must be so inefficient, what's going on here? And what I want to say is that there's actually a change happening. There's a huge shift in the way that creatives work with clients. And you see it across everything. You see it through agency, through video, through print, through audio, through anything. Is that instead of the creative and their agency being the siloed people who create great content and then give it to their customer, and there's like a boss paying and someone who's just doing the work, you're seeing that these people are coming together. And they're viewing the creatives are viewing their customers as creative, because everyone is. It's just some people don't think they are. And they're saying, join in all the way from the very beginning. We want to brainstorm with you. We want to do the first potential edit, and we want you to talk all over it. We want all your ideas. We want to keep you involved every step of the way, all the way through to the end. And what you see is that you have people uploading edits every day, sharing them out, getting new ideas, and really getting into that engine of iterate, change, and going through the fire of does this video work? Does it suck? Is everyone happy? And by the end of it, you've gone through the creative slump, and then you get to the creative genius. The old way is that you make stuff, you think your clients don't know what's going on. You make stuff, you give it to them and tell them, this is good because I know what's good. They feel a little bit unengaged from it. They publish it, but they don't really care. And maybe there's no repeat business. So our product is all about getting those people together, get them all activated, and then get repeat business. Let's make that happen.
It could be said, there's an old saying that a camel is a horse designed by committee. If you've got everybody's and their cousins' thumbs in this video, has it sort of lost its little energy?
So that is a very good question, because that is a fear that some people have. And I think one of the things that we as a company are trying to overcome is this old idea of collaboration, where anybody that you invite into the story is there as a slowing down mechanism versus a speeding up one. And when we look at that, instead of everybody can say anything they like and everybody has to listen and you have to do every change that someone says, it's the idea of you control the review process. So you set a schedule, you set what's being talked about at what time, you invite just the right people at the right time, and you go through a process. You still end up with 17 edits, and by the end of it, it's a fantastic film. But you, as the creative, are listening to the right people. The reviewer knows what they can and can't say at what time, and they know what sort of comments will be listened to and changed and what won't. And what you see there is that when everybody is conversing on top of this video and they can all see each other's comments, there starts to be a creative respect that happens. Because with email chains and phone calls, things can be hidden. You can, leave 7 people out of it and say a couple of things and they don't know what's going on, and then you start to lose the thread. But because everyone's there, they can all see what's going on, is that it keeps people creatively honest, and it keeps them in line with what the objective of the video is. So there's a lot of, the video creative has to do a bit of work to keep their production online. It can't just be throw some work out there, tell everyone in their company, 10,000 people start making comments. Like, that is a crazy review process. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. But if you have your process and you use a product that makes it very visual and easy to use, I think you'll have success.
Well, one of the things that's happening is Wipster's been growing, and recently you had a really big announcement. What's the latest news? So
the latest news is that we've been working with a big video company called Vimeo, and we just announced an exclusive partnership with them, where we are the video review and approval option inside the Vimeo platform. So anybody with a Vimeo Pro account can link from Vimeo straight to us. It's all integrated in the back end. And you can bring any video into Wipster, do your review process, do iterations, upload new versions, and then publish it back to Vimeo in a seamless way. If you have a Vimeo Plus account, you can also publish back to Vimeo, but you can't use the import. And we have a special price, so there's 20% off to buy our product when you integrate it with Vimeo. And for us, this has been fantastic. We're an early stage startup. We've been around a couple of years, and to be validated by being connected with this company, the response has been enormous. We've had people from every corner of the globe coming through and seeing our product and loving it, which is really, really nice.
That is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's take a step back. Where do people go to become a member of Wipster? What's involved in signing up? And how do I use the product? Walk me through that first time, I'm nervous, I don't know what I'm doing kind of stage.
Yeah, for sure. So there's if you go to wipster.io, you can come straight to our site, and the sign up is very, very simple. There's a button on the front that says sign up.
Hold it a second. It's wipster.io, not wipster.com.
There's wipster.com as well, but we use wipster.io. You can go to either.
Okay, please go ahead.
Another one. So the thing that we have there is that you can sign up to a free trial. You put in your credit card so that you don't have to worry about that later, but you're not charged for 2 weeks. And really, when you come through, it has a huge onboarding experience where it shows you exactly how to upload, how to invite people, how to make comments, how to set up a project, all those things. But it's very lightweight. And really, if you're in a production company or if you're in a team, the greatest thing to do is to come through, go through that onboarding, experience what it feels like, then add your team members so that you can start to activate everyone else in your company that needs to be in there. And that's people like producers, production managers, editors, videographers. Sometimes the head of the company wants to be involved. Get those people in there, give them a seat, because that means that they can see what's going on. The great value is that when you have a Wipster account, you can visually, very instantaneously, at any one time, see where you're at with all of your videos. Visually, you can see what stage they're up to. You can see who's involved. You can see who hasn't joined the conversation yet, all those things. And so the first thing to do is get those people involved, get them so that they understand that they all go through their own onboarding experience, and then just start uploading projects that you're working on and start inviting clients. And you'll see that instantaneously, instead of a week passing where they send you an email, within the same day, you'll start seeing comments come straight through. You'll start to see them pop up.
What was the thinking behind teaming with Vimeo? Why did you decide to pick Vimeo as your partner, or did they come to you?
So the thing with Vimeo is that when you look around online, the place that almost every video producer is on Vimeo. Every single video producer I've ever met has got a Vimeo account. It's the place where professionals hang out. It's where creatives hang out. Unlike something like YouTube, where that's much more of a just anything on the web. This place is a community. You know, they've got over 700,000 paid video producers who have accounts with them who run their business on Vimeo. So for us, it makes absolute sense that we would partner with the number one place for creatives, because we're the tool that we want all those creatives to use to succeed even more in their business. Okay.
Once I've posted a video to Wipster and people have added comments, I assume they're just typing comments, how do I pull the comments back and can I sort them and decide which ones I want to implement and which ones I don't? What's that conversation look like at the back end?
Yeah, sure. Every single comment is put into an automatic to-do list, and then that to-do list is available to anybody in your team, and then they can just flick through, look at the thing. They can either reply and say, hey, I can't change that because we don't have the shot, or do you mean this music, and drag a file in there. And then from that point on, you're ticking off the changes, or you're joining the conversation and trying to find a better idea, and then you're up to uploading version 2. You drag it on top of version 1, you end up with a stack, and you invite them all again, or you invite the people you want again. And then you go through the process again. And so the conversation is just rolling, and it rolls through versions, and it rolls through ideas, and it rolls through changes until at the very end, when you say this is the final, you upload a high-res file to us. We keep hold of the high-res file. You send it out for approval. All the clients click approve, and then they can download the high-res file, or you publish the high-res file to Vimeo and then send it out to the world. So we take care of all of the back end of encoding and sending of high-res files. So you don't have to use anything else. You don't have to worry about Dropbox or any of those things, because the whole thing is taken care of. And really soon, we're just about to announce that we have a great plugin with Adobe, which means that in Adobe Premiere, we're going to have a plugin right inside the product where from the timeline, one-click publishing to us, one-click inviting people straight from the timeline, and then all those comments that they make come straight back to the timeline. You can do changes from there, upload another version, and then publish directly to Vimeo again as well. So that'll mean that your whole process is 10 clicks shorter again, which will be really fun.
We can't go a day in the States without reading about some new company that's been hacked or security issues, and all of the videos are being stored on the cloud. How are you making sure that our stuff stays both secure and private? Yeah,
so every single account is under SSL 256 security, which is the same as a bank. The chances of someone cracking that is very, very low. We take the security very, very seriously, and we audit ourselves every month to make sure that everything is at the top notch. And with our enterprise customers, the bigger companies that need a lot more from us, we also offer things like authenticated share, which means videos can only ever be shared with somebody who already has an authenticated account, which means that a link can never be sent to anyone else. And we also have things like links can expire. You can just cancel a link, which means if it gets into the wrong hands, you jump into your account, hit gone, and they can't access it anymore. And everything is encrypted. So even if somebody somehow got access to something, they can't read it anyway. So really, the security is very, very high. If somebody gets your login information, that's a problem that every app in the whole world has. But if you look after your login information, no one's getting access to your media.
And Rollo, where can we go on the web to learn more information about your company?
Sure. You can go to Wipster, WIPSTER.io.
That's all one word, WIPSTER, Wipster.io. And Rollo Wenlock is the founder and CEO of Wipster. Rollo, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. To stay connected and receive updates from The Buzz, sign up for our free weekly newsletter now. Or you can learn more about us on our website. And thanks for watching The Digital Production Buzz.